Welcome. We're now live. We're going to be covering TikTok organic strategies, paid ad strategies. And if you haven't already, we just dropped a new YouTube video. So make sure to go check it out and comment the word earn on TikTok if you want to enter to win a free strategy session where we go through your actual TikTok account. And if you're on TikTok, let me know so that way we can go over organic strategies, paid ad strategies. We have lots of clients right now, literally scaling, hitting 100K plus months, all from paid ads, organic. It's absolutely crazy right now, the stuff that you can do to get results. So definitely make sure to go to my channel and comment as well. Welcome everyone who's just now joining. Feel free to go ahead and start dropping questions if you have any on TikTok organic and paid strategies for TikTok. We're live on both YouTube and Instagram. Got myself 20K on TikTok organically. That's super awesome. Congratulations. That's amazing. Love to hear that. Welcome everyone. If you're just now joining, we're going to be going over organic strategies for TikTok and paid. We can make money without paid ads, just organic traffic. Absolutely. If you're posting on TikTok and you're doing product features, you're going over it, making videos about your product and linking people in your actual profile to go purchase it, it's very easy to be able to get a ton of actual results and get a lot of sales. We started a mastery program. In a week, we had a video do 240,000, 80K plus. It's absolutely amazing. Awesome, Obi. Congrats. Your profile is definitely growing. Welcome, everyone. We're going to be going over organic and paid strategies. Feel free to drop your questions below. Let me know if you have any. And by the way, is the multi-pixel works good on TikTok? Yeah, the pixel is fine on TikTok. You just need to make sure you use the conversion API as well. Make sure to turn on maximum tracking. Make sure that you have in the settings, go to your TikTok pixel settings and make sure all of the settings are turned on in the back end. So that way you can get all the tracking coming through. Stuff that's happening with cookies online with the ad tracking and iOS stuff definitely limits a lot of the overall results. And what you'll need to do is if you have a store, you need to set up a post-purchase survey. It's crazy because TikTok's a huge awareness play. Lots of people miss out on the overall return on ad spend and aren't tracking their sales. But if you have like a post-purchase survey, people are going to see the video. And all the time people will be at work or like, on their phone looking at TikTok videos, they'll see something that they want to buy and they'll just type it in on their desktop, purchase, and then the attribution never makes it to the ads manager. But if you have a post-purchase survey, people are going to be able to put down that they saw the video from TikTok, which helps with your awareness and sales there, which is great. It's the GOAT. Thank you, Jay Fame. Really appreciate it. I consider myself a beginner on TikTok, only have about 150 followers. What are the 3 things I can do to grow? Holistically Rich ask. Yeah, that's an amazing question. So what are the 3 things you can do to grow on TikTok? 1 is post as frequently as you can. 2 is model others in your space that have had success. So go ahead and do a hashtag search and find an actual video in your space that is doing really successful. Look at the video, understand the clip. How long is it? If it's 24 seconds, all right, how long is each individual clip within that 24 seconds? Is it 3 seconds, 1 second? Figure that portion out. Where's the text positioned? Is it above the head? Is it in the center? Is it below? Find out where the text positioning is, how frequently the text is changing. Do they have captions? What's the content like? What's the initial hook? And start to understand the format of how these TikTok videos are actually going viral and getting views. We show this all the time to people on our actual mastery class where people literally make these videos and they'll get hundreds of thousands of views very quickly, all from being able to identify what kind of video styles are going to actually convert. Welcome, everyone. Can't wait till Search 2.0 is ready. Absolutely. Google Ads or TikTok ads. Both platforms are good. You can run ads on both. They're 2 different beasts. One, search-based intent. People are obviously searching on Google. They want to find a product or they're looking to solve an issue. It's a great way to show up in actual search. TikTok ads, it's a lot of awareness and discovery. So people are finding out about brands. They're being connected to brands. Lots of times people go on TikTok and find out about a new person or new brand they've never heard of. Think about the most recent people you've been following. Where did you end up finding out about them? A lot of people are going to say TikTok. It's pretty crazy. Lots of people are being launched off of TikTok that have been around for a very long time, have been successful at what they're doing, but they're just recently being discovered. all because of the algorithm on TikTok. But TikTok drives a huge amount of Google search volume. So if you're not, at the first ranking on your Google SEO, then you're definitely going to want to have ads to retarget your branded search terms so that way you show up. It's really important. So they definitely work hand in hand together. Hey, Chase, I'm a huge fan. I wanted to know how to optimize inconsistent ad spend. Absolutely. Thank you for watching the videos. Optimizing inconsistent ad spend. If you're on TikTok and you launch your campaigns, lots of times people spend wanting to deliver. You're going to have to make adjustments. One thing you can do as a strategy is staircase your actual spend. So if you launch 3 audiences, set one audience to $20, one audience to $40, one audience to $60, and see if the delivery first is because of a spend related issue. If your spend actually delivers on the $60 one, but doesn't deliver on 40 and 20, you know that you have to initially set it to 60 daily plus in order to get delivery. Secondly, if your ads are delivering, but they're inconsistent in terms of, you'll get spend the first day, the second day, and then it drops off, check how many ads you have. If you have, 3 to 5 ads in your ad set, it's likely too many. A lot of times you just need 1 to 2 creatives. Now, if you have just one creative and it's still not spinning, then it's definitely a creative issue and you need to add one more in there so that way it can get delivery. The other thing is sometimes you only need to deliver to TikTok. Automatic placements on TikTok aren't fully flushed out yet, so a lot of the results don't work very well there. So you need to focus just primarily on TikTok. The other thing is the 4th or 5th one now, is making sure you test Spark ad, have one ad as a Spark ad and one ad as a non-Spark ad, which is just an uploaded version of the ad. This is going to guarantee if you do all these things, you're going to see some form of a delivery and get your consistent spend out there. If all else fails and still none of those things are working, all you need to do is just switch to a lower conversion event, run the spend for about 4 days, switch back to purchase conversions, and you'll be fine. Hey, Chase, any tips about marketplace and TikTok? Yeah, absolutely. If you have the TikTok marketplace, if you're looking to get content on TikTok and you don't want to be in the video, what you need to do is go to TikTok Creator Marketplace, and you can literally get videos from creators for $10, $20, $50. It's not that expensive, especially considering you're getting free content that you can post on all your social media pages. You can run in your ads, and you can find a list of creators where you blast out an actual script to them to get them to create all this content for you. You then can use that on your organic page, run it in your ads. And so that's a really easy strategy for you to be able to build up a content file of actually being able to produce TikToks if you're not wanting to be in the videos. What is Spark Ad? Spark Ad is essentially, let's say that you're a brand and you run ads from your branded page. Well, if a creator creates a piece of content posted on their profile, it's not your profile, it's their profile, you can get an ad ID and run that in your ad. And essentially you're running ads from their page, which makes it a Spark Ad. So essentially you can run ads from other people's pages as long as you have a code. And so it's easier for the consumer to have more trust around an individual than it is for a brand a lot of times. They've done tons of research on this. It's all data. You can literally see the surveys that people are more likely to convert based off of an individual on TikTok than they are a brand, which is why hashtag TikTok made me buy it is so powerful. If you go to the hashtag, you'd be amazed at how many people are buying things from that hashtag. Love watching you. Really appreciate that. Welcome everybody who's just now joining. If you haven't checked out the YouTube video, you definitely should. Go ahead and comment earn on TikTok. That's going to allow you to be able to enter to win in our actual strategy session calls. You just mentioned masterclass. Where do you find those? Yeah, DM me the word mastery class and we'll send you a link. Is the CPC on instant page cheaper? Cost per click on an instant page cheaper? Yeah, a lot of times it is, but it doesn't necessarily mean better results. I would definitely focus more on metrics that are going to move the needle for you. Conversions, purchases, leads, being able to scale those numbers. That's really important. And then backtracking, identifying where the weak points are. Once you get, those results dialed in, look to where are the other points in your funnel messing up? Is it the cost per click? Is it your CPM? Are your ads not reaching enough people? Or maybe is it your lower funnel? Are not enough people adding to cart? Or maybe they are, but they're not purchasing. That's where you start to really reverse engineer things, but always focus on the main goal. All right, we got a lot of questions coming in. Got it. Thank you. Absolutely. I'm currently running ads on TikTok, winning within the first day, only one sell, having issues trying to find out why. Also, complete payment is not spending. Yeah, we just kind of covered that question. You can switch it to add to cart, then switch it back to complete payment. But I would play back this live on YouTube. That very beginning part where we're going over those 4 to 5 different things you can do to get things to spin. That'll really help. How much should a product-based business be spending on conversion campaigns on TikTok? Michael asks. Yeah, so if you're going to be launching a campaign on TikTok with a product, you want to spend, I would at least launch 3 audiences. Like we're talking about the staircasing of the spend, 20, 40, 60. So essentially like 120 daily to start. But that's just to identify the spend. If you start delivering at 20 daily, you can drop back the other 2 audiences to 20 daily, which is like 60 per day to start with. That's going to be like a good starting point initially. You're going to want to let the ads run at least 4 to 7 days for sure. TikTok is definitely take some time to get conversions. Lots of people will see 2 situations happen. One, they'll get a purchase within the first few days, spend drops off, or they just can't get any sales after. Second is people will see no results, lots of spend, and then like on the 4th, 7th, 10th day, all of a sudden sales start to come through pretty quickly. You got to be able to hold out, or if your spend drops or you're not getting any sales after the first day, you need to switch up things as well. So there's a lot of different paths people are seeing, but they all kind of fall in the same 2 buckets. What should we use for editing? Any app or tips? Yeah, it's best just to stick with editing within TikTok. Honestly, it's going to create the TikTok style. The editor's pretty intuitive. If most people are posting directly through the app. It's pretty crazy to think about how simple their editing feature is, but honestly, it's been game changer for a lot of people, and it's why it's the dominant placement, why you're on so many different platforms and still see that same TikTok style edit. So it works. I would definitely use it, especially if you're going to be creating ads as well. You can also use CapCut. It's owned by ByteDance, which is the same owners as TikTok. It's a good, easy way to also edit. It has a little bit more features, but TikTok's been rolling out their studio editing tool, and it's getting more advanced and a lot more effective at editing ads. In regard to cold traffic campaigns on TikTok, are you seeing more success with cold traffic, targeting a specific hashtag, or retargeting followers and people will watch your videos? Yeah, that's a good question. We're seeing both, Obi. One, with the actual cold targeting, we're seeing really solid results with retargeting as well. Retargeting's gotten a lot more efficient. Used to, retargeting wasn't very efficient. It was kind of hard to get the delivery going. Now we're seeing like 3, 5, 6x ROAS on retargeting campaigns, retargeting the people who are coming from TikTok. We're also scaling up on Facebook ads, retargeting people from TikTok as well. But, hashtag audiences are working well. Broad audiences specifically are doing phenomenal. Just keeping your actual targeting wide open is very effective. Will this be on a YouTube video? Yes, we have this in our actual TikTok ads mastery course, our class, and we have videos on TikTok. By the way, if you haven't watched the newest video today, make sure to go check it out and comment the word earn on TikTok. Welcome everyone who's just now tuning in. How can I make my posts different and relevant than others? Some tips. Yeah, so what you want to do is figure out the formula that's going to work at going and getting consistent views for you on TikTok. Once you do that, then you're going to want to add in, your own personality, your own actual way of doing things with the video. That's going to be very impactful because it's going to set you apart, but it's also going to allow you to know what style of videos actually drive, results. Lots of times there's so many videos that are different in every industry, but they all kind of follow the same storyline, beginning, middle, end, and so forth, right? So you want to look at the pacing in the video, pay attention to the timing of the video. What are the call to actions? It's pretty universal how you can apply some of these video formats that work so well in so many different industries. So once you understand the framework for the video, then you can start to build in the uniqueness and relevance of that on top of the video. It's a good question. Bought a badge. Really appreciate that. Means a lot. Thank you so much. Just a quick question. I ran my ads for a week, had loads of traffic, but 0 sales. The same gets my sales on Facebook ads. Okay, same gets many sales on Facebook ads. What do you suggest? All right, so make sure your Facebook video is definitely different from your TikTok. What works on Facebook doesn't work on TikTok. What works on TikTok can certainly work well on Facebook. Right now, if you're selling an actual product, so give me some more information, Saeed. If you're selling a product, let me know below. Also, what the cost of it is and what kind of actual conversion campaign did you run on TikTok? It's a great question. Do you use cost cap settings sometimes? No, we're using highest value, lowest cost at the moment for TikTok. Cost cap's really good once you're at scale. I had your 1.0 course. Should I upgrade to the 2.0 and then the TikTok course or bypass the 2.0? Yes, both courses are absolutely amazing. Results are incredible. If you're running Facebook ads, definitely upgrade to 2.0 on the Facebook. If you haven't started on TikTok, it's very beginner friendly and advances as you go through the modules. So TikTok has been absolutely incredible. The results are so crazy for the people who are going through it. It's something we'd never really seen before. Less than 30 days, people are literally changing their entire business for the better. What is a good click-through rate on TikTok that shows the creative is great? Yeah, click-through rates are kind of a hard thing to determine right now on TikTok. We've seen a variety of things. We've seen half, like a 0.5 click-through rate, but an insane 7 to 10% conversion rate on the purchases. We've also seen the reverse, where it's like a 2% to 3% purchase conversion rate, but the click-through rate was like 1.5%, 2%. So it ultimately depends on like targeting strategy, your creative. Ideally, the more traffic and the more people you can get to convert, the better. So like a click-through rate above a 1 is going to be phenomenal, especially if you have like a CPM that's below $10. If so, you're going to be getting a lot of people coming through on the actual site, as well as paying attention to your purchase conversion rate. If you're like below a 2% purchase conversion rate on TikTok, it's too low. Like the average we're seeing is definitely above 3, and honestly, most of them are around 5% conversion rates. So click-through rate is, you got to pay attention to it in reference, not as a standalone metric, but paying attention to it in connection with CPM and your purchase conversions. Look at those two connection points and see what the impact is. If you have a very high CPM and a very low click-through rate, that's not good. If you have a very low CPM and a very, average click-through rate, then honestly, you could be converting a lot of sales still. Best tool for captions outside of TikTok. We don't have a specific tool that we recommend. I'm sure somebody does in the actual comments here, if anybody wants to comment a tool that they use. How many ad sets we need to start with? Also, how many ad sets per ad? Yeah, so how many ad sets? You could start with 3 to 5. I would only have like 1 to 2 ads in each though. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard for it to deliver unless you're spending a lot of money. Like we can drop 20 creatives in an actual audience on TikTok, but be spending $10,000 to $30,000 per day. That's totally normal. But if you're launching, with a $100 daily budget, like having 3 to 5 ads, they're not going to get enough spend to learn. It won't even deliver. Any insights on how to market a music artist? Have you used hashtags and broad audiences? Yeah, absolutely. You could literally target Spotify. Like that's an audience. You can target, Apple Music. You can target all these things and go after other artists too. The hashtags are so big in terms of the actual audience size. Like we're talking like 30 to 80 million in total size. So there's plenty of audience to go after for Spotify. And you can like literally make playlist videos, drop them, night playlist, car playlist, beach playlist on your actual organic account. People will literally go and find it on Spotify and these other platforms, which pulls your ranking up. Will TikTok get banned in the US? It's a good question. Probably not. It's really big right now. They already went through all that a couple years ago. Nothing really happened of it though. How are you currently scaling TikTok creative winners? Yeah, so like if you have a winner on TikTok, usually it's just 1 to 2 creatives once again. And once those 2 creatives are winning, scale them up significantly in cold. You can do that by just having 3 audiences. Usually it's pretty sizable audiences like automatic targeting, broad, and then like a good hashtag audience. And essentially you can, scale those up by either duplicating the audience, setting the budgets to 200, 500 daily, or you can just scale those every few days by a few $100s. And the big thing is once you scale, you got to give it at least 4 to 7 days to run because it does take time for those things to start converting. But once they do, it's pretty up from there. And then for the retargeting side, this is really important. If you have really good cold ads that are converting on the retargeting, you should have like more lower funnel type ads that are like unboxing videos. Because if you have more awareness-based ads and they're converting, if you make a very product-specific ad in retargeting, you're going to get a very high ROAS because all the people who saw that other video are now seeing the more in-depth tutorial. And that's going to be a big thing for getting a lot of sales. All right, my team can't hire TikTok influencers fast enough. Jeremy says, we just switched to Grin from Aspire and want to be the TikTok first. We want to be TikTok first this year. We're a clean beauty and skincare brand with 450 plus SKUs. That's awesome. I don't know if you had a question. Oh, okay. How can we hire faster and more efficiently? Yeah, totally. So, I mean, like there's a lot of different strategies. Like I said, the TikTok creator marketplace, if you create It allows you to create a list of creators. Let's say that you want to spend no more than $50 per creator. You put that in as a filter, then you can mass select up to 20 creators. You then blast out an actual script to all of them. However many people accept, great. And you do that about 5 more times, you're going to be capped out at 100 people. And as long as you get a good response rate on all those, you could very easily have a pipeline of 20 creatives per week coming in very consistently. And it costing you no more than a few $100s to do so. As long as you're shipping out the product and have it all organized and streamlined, I create like a Google Sheet as well to keep track. All right. Great questions, everyone. By the way, if you haven't watched the newest YouTube video, you definitely should. We're going over TikTok organic, how to scale to 100K plus without spending any dollars on ads, just so that way you can actually do it organically. We break down multiple video types. And if you want a actual strategy call for free, make sure to comment the word earn on TikTok on the video. At what point do you call yourself a brand? That's a unique question. Yeah, I mean, like brands are, there's a difference between a business and a brand for sure. A brand's going to have an experience behind it, a meaning. It's going to be more than just a logo. Your store's going to have a lot more information. People are going to feel more connected to it. Everything's going to be a lot more holistic and consistent between your actual social media pages, and the audience and everything is going to be a little bit more involved. You're going to have more returning customers. You're going to have people who are like chanting for your actual brand. Brands are known. You know, a business doesn't have to have a brand. Like, you know, you can make money without a logo. It's you can just use a name. You don't have to have a branded store. It could be black and white and still get sales. But, you know, brands are going to allow people to get connected to the actual business itself and allow you to drive long-term growth for sure. Thank you, Chase. Absolutely. I've gotten over 10,000 followers. How do you get paid through the Creator Fund? Is it really worth it? Yeah, right now, I mean, like if you apply for the Creator Fund, you have to be a personal page right now. It's called Creator Next. Once you apply, essentially every video you post thereafter is going to be monetized, and it's going to pay you, you know, a few pennies right now per video. Usually, even if you get like 1 million views, you might make a few dollars, $20 at most. And it's fine. I mean, like we've gotten a few million views and the Creator Fund's paid out over $100. Like it's cool. You can have that running. It's not going to be like, you know, the thing that's going to be the main driver of income, but the audience is more valuable in itself. But over time, just like what you saw with YouTube a long time ago, same thing with Instagram and Facebook, they were paying out the same amount as TikTok. TikTok right now is literally receiving $12 billion in ad spend a year. You compare that to, you know, Google, they have well over $100 billion in ad spend from businesses that are paying through on their platform. You know, Facebook has just about the same amount coming through on their platforms. So they have a lot more money to spend towards creators. And YouTube's doing a 50-50 split. So you're talking about every dollar they're earning, they're giving 50% of it to creators. So if you want to, you know, activate it now, over the long term, eventually that's going to grow. Eventually people are going to be paid out pretty substantially. And TikTok's working towards a split pay format where creators can get paid a lot of money from actually making video posts. So it's definitely worth it. It's not going to hurt. If you switch to an actual creator fund, you know, people think they might lose views, but that's been debunked. It's totally a myth. You can literally go into their dev docs and they'll explain it to you that, you know, actually how the whole process works, when you convert, what the account status is, and you'll understand that like it actually doesn't have an impact. Can TikTok posts be boosted? Yeah, they can. You can certainly boost a post on TikTok. Is it recommended? Not necessarily. You'd probably have better results running it through the TikTok Ads Manager. We've really ramped up posting on TikTok right now, posting 3 times a day, but can ramp up even more. How much is too much? Well, the unique thing about TikTok, it's really hard to say there is too much because there's still a huge need for content. Also, you're going to get like 90% of your videos delivered to the For You page. That means people who've never even followed you are going to be seeing your videos. Only 10% of the people really are going to see your videos that have followed you. That means that it's really hard to actually make people upset or like have too much content out there because they're just not going to see your content a lot of the times. So the more you post, the better actually. So, I mean, you know, you could even ramp up to 5 and see how much of an impact that has. You're going to have a lot more viral videos and a lot more big viewed videos for sure than having just, you know, a few videos going out. How can you help me with my sales? I just joined the conversation. Is there a course? Yeah, absolutely. We have the TikTok ads mastery course. If you DM me on Instagram, the word TikTok, we can definitely send you a link. I've been posting every day, same similar content. I played around with the wording, cover page. I even added some GIFs for the end cover and sometimes try to get people's attention. Help, please. Yeah, so if you're doing a lot of self-testing and stuff isn't working, pull back what you're testing and focus on brands and pages similar to yours. Go see what style of videos they're posting. Go look at what they're doing in the style of video. What is their hook? What is their call to action? What is the form of their content? What is the setting of their video? Is it dark? Is it light? Are they outside? Are they indoors? Are they in their office? Are they clipping and showing different transitions between where they're going? These are the things you want to pay attention to, and you need to, emulate some of their success so that way you can get an understanding of what it is that's going to drive good view volume. And it doesn't mean just like making, if they have a 3-second clip and yours is 5 seconds, don't try to reinvent the wheel. It's 3 seconds for a reason. It definitely has an effect on view volume. Chase, will this live be saved? Absolutely. It will be saved on YouTube. So make sure to go to my channel there and subscribe. It's Chase Chappell, Chappell. By the way, thank you for all the amazing questions, everyone. I hope y'all are getting some value out of this as well. Really appreciate it. Michael says, thank you, bro. Awesome. Great to hear. What is the conversion rate? The conversion rate in our conversation here is related to a purchase conversion rate. And that essentially means whenever somebody makes a purchase on your website, what percent of people are purchasing after they added to cart? Let's say that 10% of people added to cart, but out of those 10%, you have a 2% purchase conversion rate. You're essentially just calculating the percentage of people who are actually moving forward and buying after visiting your site, after initiating the checkout, after adding to cart and actually making the purchase. A higher conversion rate is great because that means more people are purchasing after actually visiting your site. How many daily TikTok posts are too much and overkill? Yeah, we were just talking about this. Like I said, if you're doing 3 a day, that's great. If you are seeing good view volume and things are working out really well, ramp it up to 5. There's no harm in doing so. What percent of your TikTok following can you expect to purchase organically? That number varies widely. We have people that, come to us who literally have tens of millions of views, no conversions. It's crazy. We literally see videos do millions of views. And we're just talking to a prospect yesterday, and they were telling us they did this paid partnership. And this brand, literally is so famous on TikTok. A lot of you probably definitely know this individual that they ended up working with. And they post these videos. They get millions of views every single video. The comments are always crazy. People love all of the actual reviews they do of these actual drinks. And what ended up happening was, they ended up getting millions of views on this video, and the purchases were just not there. Whereas other creators where we've advised them on, and they'll get like 20 to 100,000 views, but literally make 30,000 in sales off of that video. The only difference in those two situations are, one, video did a ton of views, millions of views, went viral, but it doesn't mention the brand. It shows the product. Nobody knows who the brand is. Secondly, there's no call to action to the website, so nobody even knows how to get there. Third, there's no actual comment telling people where to go. 4, responding to the comments aren't even there on how to actually access or go find this. So the curiosity was there. The awareness is there. It's great. Now, it does help on the awareness side. People are probably Googling and trying to find out that way. But just with a few call to actions and a closer product placement where they're actually showing the label, where they zoom in, where they can clearly see the actual logo, that's going to make a big difference. That is the key thing. We literally had a client take one of their million viewed videos and they applied this exact situation, added in 2 clips. They just reposted it, added in 2 clips. The video is at 1.1 million views. It did about 200,000 views the second time, and they did a few $1,000s in sales immediately after posting it. The video before that didn't do as much. So it's not necessarily about, just the view volume. So what you can expect to purchase, so what can you expect in terms of purchases organically? Totally depends on how often you're calling out what it is that people need to buy. You can go viral. Just make sure to have, call outs in there if you're looking to get sales. Otherwise, it's just purely awareness, and it doesn't guarantee people are going to actually make a purchase. We find brands with tens of millions, hundreds of millions of views, not many sales. We find others with like a few million views, and we find out that they're doing $300,000, $500,000 a month. There was this 18-year-old, blew my mind. She came to us and she was like, hey, we're doing about $180,000 a month. We're like, oh, that's awesome. And she was like, yeah. We asked like what you're doing last month. And she goes, we did 0. And I was like, what do you mean you did 0? She literally started the business, started posting TikToks, and in every video had a call to action, went from 0 to $180,000 on her own at 18. Blew my mind. And she was literally wondering how to do paid ads so she could scale up to $300,000. That is absolutely mind-blowing and just shows how effective TikTok can be. Every video was getting good, consistent view volume, but every video was focused on the product. It was entertaining. It was comedic. There was a lot of, it was on the gray line in terms of the comedy, which people loved because it was different. And final, everybody who was commenting was asking how to buy it. There was a direct link being literally commented. You can't even click on a link in the comments, but you can certainly copy it and paste it, and that was good enough for people to go and buy. So it all just depends, and that's why it matters on who you listen to, who you pay attention to, what videos you watch. Anybody can get a viral video, but to get somebody to actually make a purchase is a big difference. So that's why it's really important to actually understand what are these things that are going to drive sales. And that's exactly, the things that we go over and break down for a lot of people. All right. Saeed says, just another quick question. Does it matter if you run ads from different platforms? Like, does it affect the pixels? Yes and no. More traffic. If it's bad quality traffic, it's definitely going to hurt. If you're driving, hundreds of thousands of people to your site and nobody's buying, conversion rates go down, metrics look terrible, and all of a sudden your lookalike audiences are now in the gutter because Facebook doesn't have the right data to optimize off of. So you definitely want to make sure it's quality traffic. Even if you're getting a lot more traffic from TikTok, that's fine if you're getting conversions alongside it. There's always going to be a high volume on TikTok just because the CPMs are naturally lower. Nothing to worry about. But if it's like an enormous difference where you're only getting traffic and no sales, then you're not going to want that because that could ultimately affect your Facebook ad audiences in the long run. Awesome. I hope everybody's enjoying this live. By the way, comment down below. Yeah, please save this live, Chase. Absolutely. It's going to be on my YouTube channel at Chase Chappell. So make sure to go to the YouTube there if you want to watch it. If you're on Instagram live right now. Also, we just released a brand new video on YouTube. Comment below if you have seen the video. Let me know if you've watched it. And also let me know if you've commented on the video or on TikTok. There are a ton of questions here. We're not going to be able to answer all of these. There's just so many. But if you DM me, I'd be happy to continue the conversation there as well. Also, a lot of these videos are already on the YouTube channel. We post a lot of these strategies on there for free for y'all. We break down legit situations as well. I got here after this started. Will you record this? Yes, once again, it's going to be on YouTube. TikTok ads are not available in my country. You can find an agency that can run ads for you. They might even be able to create an account, or you can transfer it to them, or you could look at setting up a business potentially in the US, but you'd have to speak with legal for that. What time is it there? It is 1:30 p.m. Central. Chase, you are awesome. My friend purchased your Facebook course, gave tips, big thanks. Awesome. Really appreciate that. Glad you like it. What time is best for paid campaigns and ads? Honestly, we leave the algorithm up to deciding what times to show it. Yes, there's going to be hours throughout the day that just don't make sense to run it. That's normal. But a lot of times people overanalyze those metrics and they'll say, why do I spend $100, a day out of my $1,000 daily budget, right, on like 1 a.m. and nobody ever purchases? And they look at it over the course of a month and they say, okay, we literally have wasted $30,000 or $20,000 on this placement over the course of time. Uh-oh, we lost our live. There we go. And they'll say that they lost this money on that time frame. So they'll go in and they'll day part out that time block. What they don't realize is a lot of times frequency has a factor in your conversion rate and your purchases. People don't always convert on the first time they see your ad. That might be the first time people are being introduced. They might not be fully aware or have the energy to go buy at that hour, or maybe it could be a different region. So it looks like 1 a.m. your time, but because the time zone, it's dated back. There's other things that happen there. The frequency does play a factor in conversions. You could be getting a conversion rate and getting lots of purchases at a 2.1 frequency, which essentially means that people are seeing your ads two times on average. Well, if you take away day parting and you start to remove the hours where people aren't buying, maybe your sales go up, or maybe your sales go down. A lots of times people see a decrease in results because they don't factor in the indirect relatability in the actual conversions. So always pay attention to those other metrics. One metric as a standalone is so hard to actually make a reference out of without it being connected to another thing. You have to see where the connection points are. You could have a very low purchase conversion rate, but your add to carts could be absolutely insane, like at 25. Well, those are in relation to each other. So you got to pay attention to those things. Does TikTok have an ad library similar to Facebook where you can sort out? Yes, absolutely. And we also post a video on this on YouTube. If you go to TikTok Creator Studio, click on top ads, you can search by a product name, a keyword, find brands. You can also see the top performing ads. And what's even crazier is they give click-through rate metrics and retention click-throughs, which essentially means at what point did somebody click through a video and how long it took them to click through after watching it. All right, we're going to take one more actual question as well. I know we have a ton of questions we haven't gotten to. I really appreciate everyone for asking all these questions. Lots of people said they watched the video. Love that. Awesome. Make sure to comment, earn on TikTok. How to source content. All right, so are Facebook ads dead? No, Facebook ads are not dead. We're literally seeing 5x, 7x, 11x, 3x, 2x ROAS on Facebook still. We're taking content from TikTok, we're migrating it to Facebook, and it's performing very well in a lot of these scenarios because the video is heavy on Facebook right now. And a lot of times people have gotten away from lookalikes. They're focusing on interest. Lookalikes are coming back. So definitely focus on that because they're making adjustments on the audience size. You're definitely going to want to incorporate a Facebook ad strategy plus TikTok ad strategy if you haven't already. Those two work hand in hand great together. All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this live. I really appreciate everybody for joining. If you want to watch this video in full, you can go to my YouTube channel at Chase Chappell. Thank you all for joining. Lots of amazing questions today. Cheers and bye all.